Good morning and welcome to the 445 Productive Through Joy show with your host and your boy, Dr. Michael Datcher. The show airs each weekday morning, hella early AF here at 4:45 a.m. on YouTube's Michael Datcher channel, then 4:45 p.m. on Facebook Live. Today we're talking about a super important topic, confidence and productivity. What is the connection between confidence and productivity? Where does your confidence come from, and how do you undergird and boost your level of confidence that it may be able to do the work it needs to do to have you move towards your goals, dreams, and aspirations? You can go to productivethroughjoy.com, the name of our company, see what we do. We speak to groups, schools, and organizations about being more productive and using joy itself um, as a technology to move us towards that particular goal. Have me come out, speak to your group, school, or organization, and we'll do just that. We also speak to individuals for private consulting. Let's talk. So today, again, we're talking about being confident, the import of being confident. Let me say a few words first about for those who are new to the show. This is your host and your boy, Dr. Michael Datcher. I'm the author of the New York Times bestseller, Raising Fences, which was a Today Show Book of the Month pick. That book's film rights were optioned by the actor Will Smith, whose people called My People, and I eventually agreed to write the screenplay for that particular project. I'm also the author of the acclaimed historical novel Americas, which is just out now on the book tour. Look for me coming to a town near you, I'm sure. Um, that book is set 13 miles from Ferguson, where Michael Brown was murdered. Of course, the conflagration that ensued initially there uh, as well. Also, that book interrogates the intersection of race and violence in America through the prism of a black American family who has um, identical twin sons, the youngest of whom, by 7 minutes, contracts vitiligo, the skin condition that you may be aware of, makes people lose their pigmentation, their melanin, um, and splotches. So that book's a very, very powerful book. I'm also the president of the board at the World Stage Literary and Jazz nonprofit here in Los Angeles. Incredible organization, 7 days a week of extraordinary workshops and programs for adults and children. Go to theworldstage.org to learn more about that if you live in LA in particular and are into jazz and literature. My educational background is UC Berkeley as an undergraduate, my master's from UCLA, and my PhD in English Lit from the University of California at Riverside. I am currently a professor of English Lit at LMU here in Los Angeles. Guys, I'm an expert at being productive. But right, I don't say that to brag or boast, but people are oftentimes surprised at my level of productivity given how really crazy my own personal narrative is. I am the product of a young girl who was raped at 16, gave birth to me at 17, and subsequently gave me up for adoption to a single divorcee. So at the time, no biological father, no adopted father. Listen, difficult times for the young MD, yet as Cool Modi famously said, how you like me now? Mm. And if I can be this productive through joy, so can many of us who are watching the show. In many ways, that really inspires our business, inspires the show, inspires the show. We like to, in particular, help people who've been through a little something, because we know when people like us can have tremendous success, it gives encouragement to those who know us, people in our lives, people in our immediate spheres of influence. And inspiration is an underappreciated, undervalued technology itself. And we believe in the power of that because inspiration is a breathing, living thing. Spirit, breath, it gives life. Spirit is the root word of that of the etymology of inspiration. That's the breath that gives life, right? So, yeah, holla at us. Go to productivethroughjoy.com. Have me come out and speak to your group, school, or organization. All right, today we're talking about confidence and productivity on the morning show, which we'll get to in just a matter of seconds. On the morning show, we like to also touch on the ideal of framing your day before your day has a chance to frame you. At times, we wake up, as I have recently, with trouble on my mind, which is not uncommon for many of us. And that trouble can follow you throughout your day, and then be a week, and then a month, and then before you know it, your life is in trouble. I've definitely been there before. Um, And so we help people to deal with that because we know that when you feel trouble, when you are going to also feel stress, and as we know through modern science, stress is a killer, especially for black people, black men in particular. But all people feel stress, of course. But walking around in a color, in a person of color's body, in a black male body, that's my experience, or the experience I know most about through research, but also just through personal experience. But any a black woman's body, any colored person's body, white folks feel stress too. I'm just saying that it's exacerbated when you are in a brown body, a black body, in a world that, listen, is rooted on, in so many ways, white supremacy, where whiteness is norm, standard, and if you're not that, uh, the knives come out, and oftentimes the guns come out from the state, from the police. So that's just real talk early in the morning. And so we help people deal with the stress of living a black life, and that stress is exacerbated furthermore when you are an entrepreneur or engage in some activity that's non-traditional. You're an artist, you are, a business person starting your own business. Good luck, right? So we know that's a major issue because we deal with people all the time who face those things. So we help individuals, listen, craft a strategy around stress. We use ritual to do that. Right? So ritual can be defined as doing the same thing at around the same time. It's best seen through examples. So in the morning, let me give you my brief morning ritual. In the mornings, I wake up at 3:30 a.m. I read a couple of spiritual business books. I do our show here at 4:45 a.m. on YouTube's Michael Datcher channel. At 5, I work on my current book until sunrise. And at sunrise, I walk out to the beach. I go meditate. I pray. I live here along the coast in Venice Beach, California. I bring out my drum. I do yoga. It's really powerful. I come back, work on my book at the house a little bit longer, and then go back to the beach to run up the coast all the way past Santa Monica's Pier, all the way back here to Venice to go to my gym, Gold's Gym. Guys, by 10:30, I'm feeling amazing. My body is being flooded with endorphins, and that endorphin release gives me a sense of euphoria that I can use to work on my dreams and aspirations. We're not saying do what I do. I have a different type of schedule because of my life, my career, but we help to tailor people's ritual around their schedule, their belief systems. Here's the key: by being able to do this every day, it allows you to, I can't really explain it other than to say it allows you to command your life, and it's extraordinarily effective at helping you to handle stress. On the days I get up late or whatever happens, I'm thrown off my schedule. My life collapses around me like it's a old school trash compactor. I mean, because I have lots of balls in the air, so lots of responsibility. And let me tell you, when you have, and that I know that many people have that. If you have children, you have a career, you're involved in your community, you're an activist, D-type individual. You work with a nonprofit as I do. It's you're up against it, and that's okay, because our lives are full. I wouldn't change anything, despite the stress and pressure of it. I know that I'm living a life that is in the service of people, my family, friends, and relations, and myself. Life is good for me, and life can be good for you, at least better. All right, and we help people do that through ritual. So I'm reading 3 great books right now as a part of that morning ritual. One is called Cash in the Flash, which is a book about a mixture of entrepreneurial strategy with spirituality. I'm reading a book called The Nag Hammadi Reader, or The Library, which is also another version of the same book. It's a compendium of spiritual literature based around the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd century, the Gnostic tradition, which is amazing. I'm also reading a book called Owning the Moment, which is a book about, just doing that, being in the moment, and then having great success in the moment, which is also really important. So from those 3 books that I'm reading now, I extract some wisdom, which I call the Morning Chant, which today is, as a meditating natural mystic, I have complete confidence that as I rise at 3:30 a.m. to let Jah move, my dreams are guaranteed. All right. So I think about that idea throughout my day, and then I contemplate it. I place it on my phone, for example. And also create the morning and afternoon shows based upon that morning reading. So today we're talking about confidence and productivity. So again, go to productivethroughjoy.com. Have me come speak to your group, school, organization, and let's dive into the topic. So point 1 is that you want to make confidence an objective. Many people have a crisis of confidence as a lifestyle. Because confidence, you can fake confidence, but I'm talking about real inside out internal confidence, like real confidence, right? Um, which goes into point two. Well, how do you get real confidence? At times, people will misread people's, including myself, misread people like me, our confidence for arrogance. I guess that could be true sometimes, but I know I'm not arrogant. Um, Life has humbled me too much to be arrogant, but I am supremely confident, right? Like this right here, this is not an act. This is the real deal. You know, and my supreme confidence comes from my supreme belief in the supreme power, in the spirit, in God. You can choose your own nomenclature here. Knowing that God is everywhere, and if God is everywhere, that means that God has got to also be inside of me, and I am in God. If God is everywhere, right, and so spirit is everywhere, and so by cultivating that relationship, as I talked about that morning ritual, by doing that work, preparing myself to fully release all the God inside of me, my confidence is supreme, right? Rock solid. Again, we're not saying you have to believe what I believe, far from that, because this is science. You don't have to do it one way. You can root it in, again, your own belief system, what you do. Yeah, but reach out to us and we'll let you know. Oh, she said. Um, yeah, so just got distracted. Got a little email across my phone. Um, so yes, um, where was I? Oh, so right, you want to be able to tap into that power every day, which goes into point three. As you begin to live that confidence as a lifestyle, what you begin to see is an uptick in your productivity. Right? I mean, it's such a powerful thing to see your life change from the inside out. That when confidence is organic and begins to change from the inside out, it does what it does. All right. So, which means you enhance your productivity. Boom, goes the dynamite. That's all for today's show. We air each weekday morning, hella early at 3:45 a.m. Sorry, at 4:45 a.m. on here on YouTube's Michael Datcher channel, then 4:45 p.m. on Facebook Live. Have me come out speak to your group, school, or organization. Go to productivethroughjoy.com. Thanks for being here. We'll see you this afternoon at 4:45 p.m. Until then, let's talk about it and be about it. Deuces.